Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, Jake Elliott. It's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Prescott on first down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Prescott from the gun on third. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
To throw is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
For number 15.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25 yards.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think that you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know it's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott, and it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They will run with Grant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 10. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
But that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture of the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
He'll fire deep for Reagor. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On first down, Grant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also. Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. We'll call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Down behind the
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
intercepted.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A second down throw for Prescott. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So a change of possession here on the punt. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, it's Sanders, and he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
6 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Wentz, and he connects with Ertz. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The left side throw complete to Adams. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing now is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Zach Ertz. Incomplete.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. They'll run on first down with Moss. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Grant. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 31. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin. In the third quarter, still off target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
He's brought down.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This short throw caught by Goddard. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run here with Moss. And the Eagles are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. You are watching the NFL on it, and Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz, and the Eagles had 6 to their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this carries into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And 10 at the 25-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Past the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now this will make it into the end zone. Had no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the Eagles.
This is Grant. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Prescott from the gun. He is going to find Hill here. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And goal at the Eagles' 5-yard line.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check.
Buying time to his left. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Dak Prescott, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Number 48, the ball carrier, Xavier McKinney on the tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Right back to Moss. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
34.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On second down, Prescott again. Gets this one to Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, first down. To the air again, Prescott. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
To throw again on second down. Prescott completes it to Hardman. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. They'll throw again. Prescott. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the red zone now, Prescott. That's complete to his running back, Grant. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Prescott yet again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Out of the end zone. Darius Slay on the coverage.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And again, it's Prescott. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Darius Slay with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people